Not so many episodes ago, we talked about content marketing and SMBs, but we didn't talk about the changing costs of it and what could be driving those changes. In this episode, we will.
Welcome to Corey's Local Marketing Minute, an enlightening and entertaining look at what's happening in local marketing. Corey's Local Marketing Minute is brought to you by Burrell's exciting new offering, Local Scope. Business owners might tell you they already know who their customers are, but using GPS data from smartphones, Local Scope unlocks powerful insights into customer behavior and psychographics by mapping travel patterns from doorstep to storefront. It goes beyond that. It also maps the competitors' customers. Want to give it a try? Just go to localscope.com and fill out the contact form. And now, the shaman of local marketing, Corey Elliott.
Money, money, money. Money. It's an old funk song. You probably guessed I'm pretty funky. Anyway, welcome back. Local Marketing Minute, Corey. Today we're going to talk about content marketing and the money being shelled out by local advertisers for content marketing. Who's getting it? Where's it going? How much is it? What makes this episode the most interesting is actually not the dollar amount, but how the dollar amount changed from 2022 to 2025. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we talked to our SMB panel twice about content marketing, once in 2022 and again in 2025. For those of you who are a little slow at math, that's a 3-year difference. We asked in the past year about how much money did your company spend to create and distribute content among those who said they were spending money. Side note, there are those who believe, rightly or wrongly, that if they put something up on their own website, that's content marketing. Doesn't really cost them that much. Putting those to the side for right now, we're talking about the ones who are actually shelling out some dollars. So, on average, in 2022, $28,000 on average. In 2025, any guesses? $37.2 thousand. That, my friends, is an increase of 33% in 3 years. Well, why? Check this out. We basically had them split the cost into 2 buckets. One bucket was creation, the other bucket, a poorly placed distribution. Hold on. Good enough, you get the idea. Okay, in 2022, creation cost them $15.8 thousand, distribution $12.2 thousand. In 2025, creation cost them $15.4K, $15.8K, $15.4K. You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Distribution went up 80%. That's what drove this. Not the creation, the distribution. But it gets even more interesting. Money, money, money. You might think, where the hell are they distributing this stuff that changed that much? Hang on to your knickers. So where are they distributing this stuff? What went up that much? Can media outlets or distribution channels really be charging that much more? I mean, what's the number one place they're distributing this stuff? The number one place they said they're distributing content was their, in this case our, because it's them answering, you get it, our social media pages. Okay, what's number 2? Our websites. Okay, so number 3 then, right? Number 3 really drove the cost. Our email newsletters. So no local media cited here. I mean, down on the list here, we have postal mail on the radio. That's all way down here on TV. In print magazine is right about there. But these were the number 1, 2, and 3 distribution channels. Yet the cost went up 80%. I don't think it's any one of these things actually going up 80%. I think everything has jumped in price. So you would think this would be a hell of a turnoff. Something jumping 80% and not even money spent on the creation of it, but rather on the distribution of it. Well, I've got good news for you if you're a content marketer. At least that's what I pull out when I look at their concerns about content marketing. So what are their concerns about content marketing? And how does this play into the cost, or what they think about the cost? More specifically, what do they think about the rising cost? So in both 2022 and 2025, the number one concern they had with content marketing was reaching the right audience. It was a concern for 58% of them in 2022, 61% in 2025. That's number 1. Okay, if only somebody out there could get to the right audience. Anyway, the thing that has leapt into the number 2 spot, keeping content fresh, went from 38% to 52%. You want to know the thing that dropped the most? Sure you do. Managing costs. Back in 2022, 43% were concerned about it. Now, 32%. Despite the fact the overall cost jumped 80%. And the final little clue here is a little farther down on the page, but a big jump. Finding the right distribution partners went from a concern from 12% of them in 2022 to 21% in 2025. Put all of this together with the knowledge you just learned about the increase of distribution costs. Less of them are worried about managing costs. More of them are worried about finding the right distribution partners who can find the right audience and keep the content fresh. They're willing to pay for that. In fact, we asked in the next 12 months, do you think your company's content marketing budget will increase, decrease, or stay about the same? Now, 57% of them said stay the same, which is still a heck of an increase from 2022. 12% said decrease, and a full 26%, or 1 out of 4, said increase, with the 5% saying, no. But this, combined with this, and the concerns they have, point to a world where they're very concerned about the creation of content and keeping it fresh, but also seem to have accepted that it's going to cost some money to get in front of the right people. Just an opportunity for a media company or an agency to make some money.
You've been watching Corey's Local Marketing Minute. Don't forget to check out Local Scope by visiting localscope.com. And remember, if you'd like to hear more of Corey's insights, check out the Local Marketing Trends podcast. Just Google Burrell Podcast.